Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Hearts 4 as we are playing as the French Commune. So you'll see here that I did separate our armies. We now have two field marshals. One will be our defensive field marshal with that level 7 defense, and then we'll also have kind of a more offensive field marshal. He already starts with the defensive doctrine. I think all of our field marshals do. We could of course promote somebody. I feel like this guy is fine, and just about all of our generals are kind of more defensive minded because we're playing as France. So I think he'll work out. And what we want to do, we can't unfortunately we can't go with like aggressive assault or anything. He doesn't have the brilliant strategist, nor can he go with the offensive doctrine because he already has the defensive doctrine. But what we can do is get the charismatic here. So that's what we'll do. And maybe next we'll go with the organization first, increase that reinforce rate, unless he gets some other trait available to him. So we'll have him under a different field marshal, somebody who's got a better attack. He's also got better supply consumption as well, so that'll be helpful. So I've moved these three armies under him, and we're eventually going to have to get another field marshal anyways. Now the other thing I want to discuss before we continue our invasions of Italian territory and Portugal is that it turns out that Spain has not only gone communist, but they're also a puppet of the Soviet Union. Apparently this is the route they could go on their focus tree. I don't really know the Spanish focus tree that well, but yeah, that's one way they can go. And somebody was telling me that they could end up becoming a threat, that they can rebel against the Soviets, that there's somewhere on the focus tree that results in them, attacking the Soviets and the Comintern. So that'd be a serious issue, and I'm not entirely sure which route they're going on this focus tree. Just looking at it, I haven't been able to find any that does result in them attacking the Soviets, with the exception of this one here, which just gives them a war goal on them. It doesn't necessarily result in them attacking. So I'm not entirely sure which one does it. Let me know though, if you know their focus tree better than I do, and you could tell us which route they need to go in order to, maybe it's this one? Could be this one, Masters of Our Own. That would make sense. The communist and democratic supporters will start a civil war. Well, that's a civil war. But it does result in them going into a separate faction. So they could attack us in the future. I guess they could do that. I don't know if they will or not. So I suppose there's that one. Yeah, let me know, guys. Let me know what which one of these focuses is the one we have to be concerned about, so we can kind of pay attention to that, so we don't get hit with a big old surprise and Spain attacks us from behind. So yeah, let's go ahead and continue the campaign into Italian territory. Here we're losing on this defense, still trying to attack there without really any success. We did get these passive modifiers here. That'll be super helpful for us. And we are, of course, in 1939. I don't think we're going to get the infantry equipment just yet, because again, I feel like we need to get stuff for the tanks here. Let's go for the improved engines. I think that'll be helpful because I did want to speed those tanks up a little bit. Somebody asked me on what type of tanks we'll get. My plan for this campaign was to be using light tanks and then heavy tanks. I know I almost never use heavy tanks. I prefer the mediums. But for this one, I was going to try out using some heavy tanks. But things aren't exactly going the way I had intended, of course, because we had this very, very early war that started that we were unprepared for. So I don't really know how things are going to go down now. We'll have to see. We'll wait and see, guys, because our priority at this moment is just to get some damn military factories. We can't really invest much into tanks because of the huge issues we're having with the military factories. Another person asked why I was even bothering with Libya, and there's a couple reasons. First of all, this gives us another point that we can invade the British from once they join the Axis, so that'll be helpful. Let's go put these guys over here. Move this guy over here as well. But then on top of that, what are you going to do? You're just going to defend it? I suppose you could. But then these troops are here forever defending. And you know what? Knowing the Axis, or just the AI, I should say, they often are willing to... Man, how did we lose that? That's strange. I guess we'll attack again. But yeah, the AI is often willing to invest a large amount of troops into Africa, even North Africa. Doesn't really matter, they just love putting troops in Africa. And thus, they probably would have pushed us back eventually, and we would have lost territory. It's not a big deal, it's not like this territory is super important, but you get some steel here. Of course, we got those focuses that we'll eventually invest in this territory, so it will be worth something. So we don't want to lose the territory. Also, we might be able to build some oil here. I can't recall if that was just the Italian focus tree or if you get the decisions there. That could be useful. But more than anything, it's so that we can invade Egypt from 2 different directions. Because, you know, we don't really know how well we'll do against them. And now we're being pushed back. We got to get this port built, which is taking way longer than I expected it to take. But we'll be done here in a little over a week. So this is not going to work. Yeah, until we get the supply, we might end up getting pushed back here. Because, yeah, supply is just such a problem in this area. This, of course, is winter over here, so we were able to successfully take this one province. Their attempts to counterattack are not as successful as they would be. Here they're losing. I think the winter's really helping us out overall. It's been in our favor, I think. So we could move another unit over there. Also, I did forget to show you that I did name this division based on one of your guys' suggestions. This is Red Guard in French. And we also changed it up to a star. Makes sense. Then be a star, I think. We'll see what we've done over here, what we lost, I should say. We lost another submarine. We could take our subs out of here, but we have been sinking convoys going through. I guess you could just sink them on this side. I was intending to keep these in here, the submarines, I mean. But yeah, we do end up losing some subs here that might be unnecessary, because you can just engage them here or here. As well as up here, which you can see, again, we have been sinking those convoys, been trying to get around us here. Honestly, I'm surprised they continue to pump the troop convoys through the English Channel. I guess we'll pull back just because we have lost a lot of subs, and instead we'll cover over here. But overall, we have not been doing good in the seas for the entire campaign, losing convoys all throughout here. The Italians do control the Mediterranean. We did sink an Italian submarine, though. And I did forget about this situation here, but I don't think there's really anything we can do here. Yeah, the supply here is also a problem now. Yeah, it's such a shame. We probably will lose this now. And I think we kind of lost the initiative that we had here. We were doing pretty well because of that, because they just didn't have enough troops to stop us. And now it's starting to look like it's going to be like a stalemate type of situation here. Yeah, I do think we're going to lose here, clearly. But, you know, supply is such a problem. We can't pump more troops, can't really do anything about it. We're largely on the defense just about everywhere due to the supply and equipment issues. We got pushed back here. Not surprising. We could take it back, but let's just wait and stay on the defense until we get that port built. And until we get the port built, I feel like we're going to have continued issues, and we'll have it here in a couple of days. So we'll just wait. Here we lost one of our own destroyers, but sunk one of theirs. They lost another destroyer there, and the Italians lost a destroyer, though we lost one of our own submarines. So, I mean, we've done all right up here in the seas. It's in the Mediterranean that we've taken the heavy losses. Australia canceling a Lend-Lease. Yeah, we are potentially getting pushed back here. I mean, we'll likely lose this province here. We could probably get somebody over there to ensure we don't lose it. And maybe what we could do here, because now we have multiple provinces we could attack from, is maybe we could take that province there, cut off these units that are on those mountain forts. And that could work out well for us. Yeah, it does look like we're set to lose, to win that. We got this airbase here. No point on moving anybody there, because clearly we're going to lose that province. We did get the radar, excellent. So we can't build those yet, but we can put that into our tanks. Essentially, we'll just wait till we get that engine upgrade, the technology for the engines here for the tanks. And the reason I want to wait for this is because that new gun that we got that I want to put on the tanks, it is a bit heavier. Also, I think has a penalty to speed. So overall, it's going to reduce the speed, not a lot, but I think we're somewhere around 10 or so, and I think it goes down to like 8 something. So I think it would be worth it to wait to get the better engine, because we're already slow enough as it is. So I like to speed it up so it's at least going the motorized speed. Let's go ahead and get another industrial tech, guys. We're going to get the advanced machine tools. We really need to focus on those industrial techs due to all the equipment issues we're having. So this guy is coming over here. Make sure we don't lose that province. Excellent. We're going to hold on to this one as well. And let's go ahead and support this, because it looks like we're losing it right now, unfortunately. Maybe throw a tank in here. I know they don't do well in the city fights. Yeah, anything to kind of improve the situation here, because I really want to take this province. Not just because we cut these troops off here, but also because there's a supply hub there. Now, we might have got this supply hub built finally. Yeah, it looks like we finally built the supply hub here. So that's good, I suppose. And that's why you can see that our troops finally have some supply here. Now, over here, we haven't lost this province yet, which is surprising. Yeah, let's go and pump another division over there if we can try and keep it. I was just expecting we'd have to lose it. If we could win here, that'd be helpful too. But yeah, these troops are just so weak. I don't know that we can. Yeah, it looks like this will be a defeat. Alright, so we'll just pull back then. Just kind of focus on defense there. And you know what? We should have this port built here. We do. So the supply should improve here. Not really much. Yeah, it's still pretty low. I mean, it's better than it was. The convoys are the problem. But no matter what, we're going to have some convoy issues. What we could do is build the rails all the way down here, and then you don't have to rely on the convoys coming through here. You could just get it from over here. I suppose that might work out. But that's a lot of work, building rails all the way from here to here. Now, rails are pretty quick to build. You know what? I think we will do this, guys. Just because I really want to get this wrapped up. And having rails going all the way across here could be helpful for other reasons too. But let's make sure we're controlling which provinces this goes through. And yeah, we'll connect it through here. And I guess we don't need level 2s, so just make it level 1. That'll work out fine. That might improve it some, but you know, we're having trouble getting convoys across this whole area. In fact, we don't even really have any convoys. So what we might want to do is see what's going on over here. So the problem is that we're using all of our dockyards for repairs. Okay. So let me keep these building because I think it's really important. So we're just going to take 2 of these back and make sure we continue building convoys. Because yeah, we don't have any convoys. We're losing too many in the seas, and frankly, we didn't have very many. We never got that many built. We did sink a German convoy there. 3 German destroyers. All right. So again, we're making some progress in the seas. This here is very unfortunate. They just pumped a bunch of troops over there, so we might as well just pull it back. Clearly, this is not going to work out. Just have to pull it back and let them go through here, because yeah, we don't need to fight all those troops. Yeah, I think they're just kind of rotating troops around as the AI does. So, still moving this unit over there. Looks like the Soviet unit got pushed back, so it's just our guy. We'll see if we can get there in time. Probably not. Looks like we did. And they just happened to stop the attack there. Okay, well, that's kind of silly on their part. I'm going to try and break through here then. I don't know if we can stop this guy. I think if this guy wasn't being attacked here, you could attack across there, but yeah, this is probably not going to work out, unfortunately. Alright, well, we almost broke through there. I guess we can let this one unit leave here. And maybe if we just had a few more units there, we could have won. Yeah, I really wanted to get Portugal wrapped up quickly, and now it just feels like kind of getting bogged down there. And on top of that, they're making progress here. They're not that far away from Madrid. So yeah, we are in a bad situation there. We really need to get the Portuguese to capitulate. So now we're back to just 1 division here. So let's try this attack again and see if we can't get a win here. And we'll do these 2. And I suppose we can also support with this guy. I know this is across a river, but that's okay. All right, so we'll see if we can't get the victory there. Also, let's go ahead and build some more military factories. Continue devoting all of our civilian factories to this. And we'll take a look and see what we lost over here. So those are just 2 convoys that aren't ours. We just lost 9 convoys there. Good God. All right, so yeah, the Mediterranean continues to be an issue for us. And a big part of that is also I can't really put our fleet in there successfully here. Yeah, we've had no success whenever we put the fleet in the area. Now we do have an extra submarine here, so I guess we'll go and assign him somewhere. We'll put him over to here. Alright, so we are winning on the defenses. Also, it looks like they pulled back a unit here. I'm not entirely sure why they did that. Let's go ahead and do a few things here. We're going to go ahead and attack here with, we'll do 2 divisions, and then send these 2 over here. Just to try and help out that defense. Keep that unit locked down as well. And even with the port there, again, just not a huge jump up in the supply, unfortunately. Let's go and pull back these guys, and I'm going to try... Oh, never mind. I was going to try and attack. Looks like we're on the defense again. Alright, so unfortunately they did get a unit there. I can see if we can attack here now. Yeah, just no success. Alright, let's go and pull it back. We might be able to win there, but there's another unit coming. So we'll still on the defense, guys. We'll see what happens once we build those rails, see if that will improve the supply at all. So you can see that things are not good over here. A lot of red. In fact, we might end up getting cut off here. I don't know why I still had that unit doing that. Yeah, we could get it cut off here. Let's go and put a unit over there. Send this guy over here. It's just such a shame we weren't able to get the Portuguese defeated quickly. It looks like we might have sunk another convoy there. I imagine we're causing very high casualties. I know we've lost a lot of convoys ourselves. We lost those submarines, lost a few destroyers. But overall, I think we had definitely been winning the convoy battle. It's been incredibly costly for them. The number of convoys they've lost out here, all those troop convoys. That's a lot of manpower that they lost. Also, I had somebody ask me if I could play on a faster speed. This is the speed I typically play on whenever I'm in war. I do play a little bit slower than some other YouTube channels. I typically mentioned that earlier in the series, but I did forget about it. But yeah, I have some people that, you know, don't like the slower style. Maybe it's not for you. Yeah, I think we're going to lose this here. Luckily, there's a lot of other HOI4 YouTube channels. And again, most of them seem to play at a much faster speed. Not all of them. But yeah, I prefer the slower style, the speed 3, where I can manually control the divisions and I don't miss too much. You go on the speed 4 and you're going to constantly miss opportunities that you don't see. So we are losing territory here and about to lose our port. Yeah, it does look like they're pushing us back. I'm very surprised. I thought when we got that port built we'd be in a better situation, but it hasn't really improved that much. And a big part of that, of course, because we're relying on convoys and you know, they can't get at the supplies we need. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to give up this province here and just protect these ones. Let's just move all the units over to here. We're going to protect this one here. I'm going to try and get over to here as well. I think we should, well, looks like we'll get there, be able to defeat them now. We just need to get these guys defeated. We might even be able to push them back here. Yeah, there's a potential to push these guys back. We'll send another division in there. I don't know how much of a difference this will make. Alright, so yeah, it looks like we should be able to get both of these two provinces back, maybe. Yeah, I want to get them off the port here. Yeah, it's just a matter of getting that rail system built and just hoping that will improve it some. But you know, here we're also having issues. Now we could tell our fleets to avoid these two locations, try and have trade, instead go through this port here in Casablanca. The problem is that I don't think we have rails that go, well, you know what, we do have rails that go all the way across there. And we could try that instead once we have the rail system up. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. And we'll see if that works. And then don't have to rely on the convoys. Though you can see we do actually have a surplus of convoys now. Still trying to win here. It's been a tough fight. They keep sending divisions over there. It does look like, yeah, we are very much losing here, guys. Yeah, we're in a bit of trouble here now. Alright, that's a shame. We got so close to winning here, but what happened is the Germans just pumped troops over here. So that kind of put us in a situation where, you know, we just don't have enough divisions over here. And frankly, our divisions aren't very good. And not just because of the supply and the equipment issues. That's only part of the problem. Our division designs are incredibly cruddy. Remember, we've never got the opportunity to really improve those at all. So we got the invest in West Africa. So let's go ahead and get... This is another 140 days here. I almost want to go ahead and grab a focus that'll get us some military factories because we need them so bad. So that would be that one up there. That'll get you 4. You know what? I think we're going to go ahead and do this real quick. I know that we need to continue here to actually make these investments worth it so we can get these two and then the research slots. But yeah, I feel like we desperately need military factories, and 70 days getting 4 more military factories would be incredibly helpful. The Spanish want to give us a Lend Lease. We'll take it. I really feel like they probably should build some of their own divisions. But yeah, we'll take it. Alright, so we're clearly going to lose here. We'll keep fighting, though, because they're fighting across the river, so it's costly for them. But we'll stop our own attacks here. That's unnecessary. I feel like we're going to need to just go and get back. These guys are incredibly weak. There's not much we can do here. And frankly, they're invading into this way. They're getting very close to Madrid at this point. But yeah, these troops are in a horrible position. I'm looking for an area where we can cut some troops off. Maybe here. But yeah, there's no real easy location. There's not as many troops up here in the north. Yeah, there's not really anywhere it would be easy to cut divisions off. But these guys are so weak, I don't think there's much we can do here, guys. Yeah. Alright, so let's just go ahead and pull back. And maybe we'll come back when we're in a better situation, but we're just losing equipment at this point, and we're not really even helping. So let's just pull back and protect Madrid. Make sure they don't like easily advance towards Madrid. And just kind of focus on defense in an area where hopefully we can defend it. It is not the best terrain. Suppose we could try and get behind the river here, but yeah, you really got to make sure they don't get to Madrid there. So yeah, we'll just move the troops back, guys. I think this is the best way to go. Let's just retreat all these. Get them out of there. Now, we are able to get an air doctrine. Alright, well, let's go ahead and start knocking these out then. So I think we're going to get the battlefield support. I think that's one that makes most sense for us. Let's get the first one, the formation flying. Speaking of the Air Force, we have our planes here, and you can see we can't even replace our losses. We got these guys here. I think that we should go ahead and move them. I don't know if we're fighting anybody here. It looks like we're not. Yeah, too many planes over there. We could try moving into Tripoli over here. Help us out in Libya. See if that'll make a difference. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't have any planes here. So that could make a small difference. Looks like we lost this here. Okay, I just want to retreat because what I'm hoping we could do is let them come in here and then cut them off, potentially. Alright, so that's a real shame. We lost this territory. We're making good progress here, but the Italians put more troops over there. Still trying to take this one city. We defeated one division there. This is just taking forever. But hopefully we'll get there. Again, the one thing that really makes this campaign different from my past campaigns is typically we have pretty solid division designs, usually much better than the AI. But this time our division designs are horrible. It's like a German submarine there, but yeah, this time our divisions are obviously not very good. We haven't even really touched them yet. We can't really do anything. There's no point in even trying to if you just don't have the equipment. They're checking this over here again. It does look like we should be able to hold out. It's red, but I think we'll be okay. So just trying to get the win there. And again here, we're just going to let them take this province and then try and cut them off. But yeah, he'll go here, and then you only got to defeat one division, which should be able to gang up on him with a ton of troops. And so that should end up going in our favor. It does look like not all of our troops are assigned to this front line. Okay, so that's a problem. They could be getting the planning bonus, and they're not. The offensive line, I meant. Alright, so now what we want to do is attack this one division here with, you know, not everything we got, because obviously some of these divisions are weak, and you don't want to get to the point where you just don't have anything here to defend. Okay, I think what we're going to do is take that guy and send him here, and then we'll just support with these guys here. I suppose you do need one division to move over here. Alright, so we should be able to get the win there, cut the one division off. It's, you know, little victories like that that can really help us out. Sunk 3 more Italian convoys there. I'm excited to see just how many casualties we caused to them in this episode. Every time we sink a lot of convoys, I'm always interested to see how we've done. Again, we're losing here, guys. It might turn around. I don't know. Yeah, I'm shocked with how difficult this fight has been. Alright, so we'll have to stop it. I really thought we were going to get the win there. I'm going to go ahead and stop it for now. Because, yeah, clearly not going to get a victory. Soviets continue losing convoys in the sea. Let's see if we got this win over here yet. They sent 2 divisions over there. We are still winning. Are one of these leaving? I was hoping they'd come down this way. That is not the case. We are still winning, so let's go ahead and just let it continue. And maybe they'll retreat this way. Probably not. They'll probably retreat the other direction. So over here, we're just defending Madrid with everything we got. These troops are on their way. I don't actually want to attack right there, though. But yeah, I think Spain might end up being lost. I don't know. We'll see what we can do here, guys. We can go ahead and defend this one just because of mountain territory. But yeah, it's certainly a rough situation over here. Just try and protect Madrid, stay on the defense. We do good casualties on the defense. And just try and make it as costly as possible. And try and keep Spain in the fight. I'm always looking to see if we can advance over here. Sometimes the Germans will leave it wide open, particularly when they're fighting in a bunch of different areas, as they are now. So we'll see what happens there. Alright, so this is really the only area where we're currently attacking. And they're also attacking us here. We're still holding out, but yeah, it looks like this is going to make the difference. Alright, so they're really trying to defeat us there, so we'll stick to the defense for now. Maybe this division gets so weak that we can go and attack them. And get a quick win, cut that other unit off. Yeah, the Italians have fought pretty hard over Libya, stopping us here. I really thought this would be a nice, easy win for us. This is a bad situation here. Yeah, by letting them have that another point to attack us from. So we'll send another division over to make sure we don't lose that province. Have we built the railroad yet? Almost. Yeah, we're getting that built. So we'll see if that improves the situation. Already you can see that these two units here actually have supply. It's just this guy that's lacking supply. Alright, so here's winter should be ending soon, though it is raining. That'll allow us to attack a little bit easier. At the same time, though, it'll also allow the Italians to attack easier, which we already see here. It does look like they're going to have a much easier time getting this win in this province. So let's go ahead and send one division over here. Make sure we don't lose this. Yeah, we're definitely at risk right now of losing some of these key provinces here that we worked really hard to get. So we'll try and keep them. Over here we sunk another 3 destroyers, losing one of our own. But, you know, the German fleet isn't anything amazing. So they keep losing 3 destroyers for every one that they sink. Eventually that'll do them in. There's a good point to cut off troops here. If Madrid was better protected, I suppose what we could do is just stretch it out here, just one more province, and see if we can't get a win there. And then you just got to get a win in this location. Yeah, if they win there, you move divisions over here, though, you kind of risk getting cut off. Yeah, what we really need to do is like cut off a ton of troops. That would be really, really helpful. So we're stacked in army experience, so once we do get the equipment, that should allow us to make a bunch of adjustments to our division designs. Let's go and hop back over to Libya. Make sure we're not losing here. So let's let them continue to attack us here and get weak. Although this guy's actually restoring himself. I suppose we can go and send 3 divisions down there. Let's see if we can't get the win here. Again, just trying to cut that one unit off. You see he is having supply issues. I'm sure we could push him back if we really wanted to. Alright, let's go and take these guys, bring them over here. See if that will make the difference. Yeah, it looks like we're still set to lose here, unfortunately. They're smart to have the 2 divisions here. Because this is the one area I want to win in. We might be able to push and get that air base. It does look like they sent some planes over here. Okay, they have planes here, but they're not using them. I was going to say we could take that air base and keep them from using that. They're being supplied from Benghazi. So if you get to Benghazi, then they don't have any supply. I don't think we'll be able to win there, though. Remember, these divisions aren't great. So I think we're just going to sit here, wait, maybe let them attack us. Yeah, we're just really kind of stuck on the defense, unfortunately. And just barely holding out on the defense as well. But by doing that, we do deplete their manpower and equipment more, while giving us a chance to build up our own equipment and kind of deal with some of these issues that we've got. Just looking at how we're doing on equipment, we're down to 12.8 thousand on the negative. And yeah, this just continues to get worse, guys. Yeah, I think the Spanish might be done for. There's just not enough troops over here. You know, we have our 7 divisions, but that's, you know, barely anything. Soviets has sent a few, but they seem to be mostly sticking to defense and kind of bouncing divisions back and forth. But where are the Spanish? They have a few divisions. I don't think they had very many divisions for some time here. But yeah, we can try and break through here. But now you're multiple provinces away from cutting them off. Maybe you get to there, and then you only have to get 1 province, but I assume they'll stop us. Yeah, I don't think this will work out here. But we can try. try and make it happen. What we could also do is send this division into here, try and make that green, maybe could thicken it up a little bit. Yeah, I don't know, guys. We'll see what happens there. We did get the improved engines, so let's go ahead and get another check selected, and then we're gonna redesign those tanks, get them improved a bit. Let's go and start getting the 1939 support company upgrades. I think this will be useful, getting the engineer company 2s. So yeah, let's go ahead and get those tanks designed before I forget. Get them improved. So we want to add the better radios. So that makes a notable difference immediately, increasing heart attack a little bit, armor by a bit, breakthroughs where you're gonna get the most bonus there, a little bit of defense as well. So that's helpful. And then remember, we also want to change up the gun here. We're going to add the close support guns, and you'll see here that they do lose a bit of speed doing that. They're going to lose some piercing as well. It's not that important for these guys. What is important is that the soft attack's going from 19 to 29. So big difference there. So we now want to improve the engines. I'm going to try and get them up to 12 speed here. I suppose I could also take a look and see if we want to add the additional machine gun cost. It is getting kind of expensive here, a little bit more expensive than I wanted, but it would increase that soft attack some, make them a little bit better. But yeah, I'm starting to worry about the cost of the production, because you know we have all the factory issues. I mean, we have one factory going into tanks. I don't think we're going to do that. Now I did forget to throw an A onto here, so let's go ahead and do that. So we keep our name, but now we gotta redo all this. So let's go get the radio back on there, and then increase the engines. Is it up to 14? Yeah, up to 14 here. So I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and save that as is, and go ahead and get them changed up. Again, we only have the one factory going into that, so it's not gonna make a big difference anytime soon. We sunk another German submarine over here. Lost more convoys and a submarine in the Bay of Biscay. Yeah, just continuing to have issues in the seas. And I'm pretty concerned about the submarine situation here. Now, I believe we have pulled all these guys off. So let's move them up to here and put them back onto the convoy rating and get them doing it in this area, since we pulled them out of the Mediterranean. Move this guy over there as well. So hopefully that'll help us out here. And I almost want to go ahead and also send these 3 destroyers over here, since this is where we're focusing. And yeah, we're clearly not going to win in the Mediterranean, not without the entire fleet. So we could do is just move the whole fleet out of the Mediterranean for now. And we could do that. Move these guys over here, and then what you do is just put them there so that this sticks around, and then move them over here, and then get them doing the strike force, though you would have to get them coming over here first. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do, guys. Just kind of focus on this one area here. See if we can't, you know, get the win over there. Sink that German surface fleet. We're attacking over here. Doesn't look like we're going to be successful, because I think they'll send another division over here, and that's not very high. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I kind of think we're going to lose that. And Spain canceled that loan lease. Probably wise on their part. I'm not entirely sure why they're giving it to us in the first place. Looks like we're about to lose here, so I'm going to try and help out. I don't think this is going to make a big enough difference, though. We can send this guy here and put him over here. And then, let's see how we could do this. I suppose what we could do is pull this back and then have this guy come over there. This is kind of risky. We don't have a lot of divisions over here. Maybe we should put this guy over here, make sure we don't lose this. We at least have a fortification over here, a level 3 fortification, so that helps. We're winning here. It's just in this location. It does look like we're probably going to lose that province, unfortunately. And the Kingdom of Poland and Romania joined the Commonwealth of Nations. Okay, so they finally became the Kingdom of Poland and Romania, and then the first thing they did was join the Commonwealth of Nations, which is currently at war with the Axis. So that'll result in them coming into this war, and it'll be helpful initially, because this is another border here that the Axis is going to have to fight on, but I think they'll probably get knocked out fairly quickly. This is, yeah, a bit too early for them, I think. And then this is going to result in the situation where the Soviets don't have any troops over here defending their territory. So I think this is going to be really bad. This is kind of one of the negatives of pulling the Soviets in when they didn't yet have a border with the Germans. I do think this is going to result in them losing a ton of territory over here. We'll see what happens, though. But initially, it'll be good. It'll hurt the Axis. But eventually, they'll recover from it, and then it's going to be probably fairly bad at that point. We'll see, though. We'll see what happens. Unfortunately, we did lose this territory here, so we'll have to pull back out of it and also just pull this back. And we're just going to have to kind of stick to the defense. Yeah, we lost that territory, so that's kind of a shame. So with that, there's really no reason that we can't... And let me see if I can't get this to move here. Yeah, there's no reason why this guy can't just stay here then. And, yeah, there's no reason to have the Purple Army cover that division, since the Red Army actually just lost a province there. Alright, so that's a shame. Let's take a look at Libya, see what's going on over here. So we almost had the rails completely built over here. We're still defending effectively. And Albania just joined the Comintern because the Italians just declared war on them. So they'll probably get wiped out fairly quickly. Though there's not really anybody here to invade them right now. But yeah, I expect they'll get knocked out fairly quickly. We'll see what happens there, though. So yeah, still defending effectively here. And there it is. Poland and Romania just joined the war. So we'll see what happens there. They do have 2 divisions here now. So that'll be 2 divisions we can get cut off if we can just win here. So let's go ahead and try again to get the win over here. And cut these divisions off. But it's just showing the Italians are putting more divisions in the area. And yeah, we just continue losing these convoys over here, unfortunately. We can't cut it off yet, though, until after the rail system is completely built here. Because otherwise we won't be able to get any supply to our troops. So I gotta wait until, I think it's just a couple more provinces here. So now we're losing here. Well, let's see if we send in this guy, if this will make a difference here. Maybe. And it seems like often the only time we can win is if they're already attacking somewhere else. It looks like our agent was captured. Alright, so that's a shame. That's the one we had in Germany. So I guess we'll have to rescue this guy. It's kind of a bummer because yeah, we only have the 1 agent to do this. We can become a spy master. Actually, we can't. We'd have to take it. It looks like the Soviets became the spy master first. Alright, so that's unfortunate. But at the same time, you know, we didn't really have the political power to invest in that. There's so many things we have to get here. So I just didn't want to spend the 50 political power. So I just don't think this will be a campaign very much focused on the espionage stuff, and that's okay. It's only somewhat useful. So yeah, I don't think we'll be able to get the win there, guys. Is that still snow on the ground? That is. Alright, so yeah, there's still the snow here. And Greece should come up and invade Albania now. They have 1 unit here to defend their territory, though. So maybe that'll be enough. Yeah, hopefully we can get the win here. Cut those 2 divisions off. As of right now, we're still winning. We were able to take this province here, but because I didn't see it, it did not react quick enough to it. Maybe we can get across the river here now, though. Though it does look like they're currently pulling divisions back. Yeah, I don't think we'll get there in time, but let's take a look. Let's just see. So we'll get there in 22 hours. They'll get there in 15 hours, and yeah, that's gonna be enough right there. All right, so let's just go and move this way then. And I really feel like we need to pull divisions back here. We'll see if they protected themselves. Hopefully they do. Let's just really focus on this offensive here. Let's move all the units over here, guys. We also don't have a planning bonus, so that's unfortunate. That would have been helpful to have. I was just focused on the defense, I guess, so I didn't really even consider it. But yeah, we already know we're not going to get there. But what we can do is lock this guy down here. And maybe we can even get across the river. Probably not. He's got 2 units now, so let's go and make them attack us across the river. And we'll try and get across here. Just a couple provinces away from cutting some troops off, though. Yeah, I guess they just connected here. In fact, a bunch of Soviet troops are just cut off. Alright, so that's disastrous. But the Soviets are willing to give us more equipment, so I guess we'll take it. 4 Portuguese destroyers sunk there. Alright, excellent. So just slowly getting their fleet destroyed. Let's see how we've done over here. Looks like we are still winning, and they haven't done anything to react to that, so we should be able to get the win there. Alright, such a little thing. We got to take our victories where we can get them, and we have a military factory. I didn't see that. So I feel like we just got to keep on pumping into infantry equipment. Let's get up to 12 here, and then we'll go ahead and start getting the support equipment. We need trucks really bad, so put into the trucks there. Yeah, we need a ton of factories, guys. So this focus here will get us 4 of those, so that'll be helpful. Let's make sure that we continue to build military factories, though, in these 80% locations here. And let's build right here. All right. So the Germans have got to be quite stretched out at this point, and you can see that they actually have an open province here. If we could just get a unit over there. Yeah, they got a wide open province right now. So what we're going to do, move these guys over here. And let's see if we can't make some progress here, push into German territory. It's obviously not going to be, you know, something that where we take a ton of territory and get a big victory here, because they'll pump some divisions over here and they'll stop us. We just don't have the troop numbers to do much here. However, you know, we will sign that non-aggression pact. However, this will, as we take provinces, this will get the Germans, you know, confused. They'll feel like they have to come defend it. The AI will, and so they'll pull divisions off of somewhere else. And you can see they have not defeated Czechoslovakia yet. And it actually looks like Poland-Romania has had success. Yeah, they've actually taken over all of East Prussia here, and they've even pushed into a couple provinces here. So because the Germans didn't have troops there, probably because they sent them all to Portugal and Spain, they're now in a horrible position over here, and this might actually work out quite well for us. We'll see what happens there, guys. I do feel like the Germans are getting overstretched, though. Damn, this sucks. So now they're attacking us here, and I got too many divisions on the attack, so we're going to have to pull one back. It doesn't look like that guy was attacking, so it worked out nice for us. So we should still be able to win here and get those 2 units cut off. Let's see what we've done over here. We have defended effectively, and we can get across the river, so let's go ahead and make that happen. Yeah, we should be able to get across there, and then, again, not really going to cut them off entirely. Yeah, we'll see what we can do here, guys. They do look really weak here. So I think we might be able to get some things done. Let's try and make this a little bit wider. Yeah, frankly, there's not as many divisions here as there once was. I feel like we can make some good progress here. Looks like we did not send that already. Yeah. I don't want to automatically repeat that, but yeah, I meant to have them send that immediately as soon as they're ready. So we can modify our government. So I'm not really excited about any of the military staff we have available. The chief of army, you know, the really good characters we have, the only experts, those are locked to that part on the focus tree, which is actually right after this one here. You know, the Navy and the Air Force aren't as important right now, so I don't think we should get anything there. Over here on the military high command, we're clearly going to have to promote somebody, you know, get somebody created, because none of our guys are all that great here. You know, we have some decent expert characters, and none of them are what we really needed in. So we're not going to go for that. The material designer is supposed to be helpful as we're researching that. Don't need a theorist because we still have the victors of the Great War. Thus can't really get land doctrines for a reasonable cost. And then we're not really working on ships yet either, so don't need the ship designer. So I think we're going to go ahead and get the political advisor. And there's a couple good choices. A financial expert would be really helpful. Get us some more civilian factories for building. War industrialists to be able to build faster for the military factory, so that would be great. Yeah, I think we're going to do the financial expert. That way we can use those factories for anything. So we'll get him, and that'll grant us a few more military factories. Now we're getting, or excuse me, a few more civilian factories for building. We're getting 2 full lines here and 6 factories there. So not bad. Should allow us to get these military factories constructed. Sunk an Italian submarine there, and we continue to sink these convoys here as well. So that's going pretty well. Now it does look like we should be able to get across the river there. Of course, that doesn't cut anybody off. You got to take these here, take one of them. That one might be wide open. Looks like it. But then you got this area here, and then you got to get them all wiped out, of course. So yeah, that's going to be more difficult than we might be able to accomplish. We did win here, however, nobody's actually moving there now because they attacked us here. So we're going to need to send this guy there, and then hopefully he gets there in time. I don't know if he's going to. Them attacking us there worked out quite well for them. So we can let this play a few more days here, but yeah, we're going to have to end it here soon. Because I did want to take a look at casualties. Yeah, I was hoping to get this done, just to say we got them cut off. But yeah, then they... Is this guy going to get out of there? He is. Alright, so we got to attack him. Alright, so we did get there. Excellent. So we cut these units off here, and let's now get them destroyed. Also, we have these units that can go over there. Let me send one more. We also need to focus on getting these guys destroyed, of course. So yeah, we'll work on getting them wiped out. There'll be 2 Italian divisions that will completely wipe out. That's 40% of the army they have over here, so yeah, it's helpful. Lost some convoys over there. Sunk 6 destroyers there. Alright, excellent. So yeah, we're getting some victories over here now that we've put the rest of the fleet up there. So that's been helpful. Probably a good move there. Maybe I should have done that from the start, considering the small size of our fleet. Also, this is all green here. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. We could try and get a win here, just kind of thicken this up a little bit. Let me see if that'll work. Yeah, we'll try that out. Push forward here, and eventually we got to get all these guys wiped out anyways, even if we do cut them off, which I don't know if we'll be able to. But the one success here that's really important is that if we can win here, we'll also reconnect all these Soviets. So that's the Soviet divisions. That would be really important and helpful. Over here, I think we should wait before we attempt this attack again, from this province, I suppose. What we might end up doing, actually, is to get more troops over there. Kind of switch that up a little bit, get Red Army troops over here instead. But yeah, we should wait until the snows melt before we attempt that attack again. But yeah, it does look like the Kingdom of Poland, Romania is doing all right. They are pushing forward, taking German provinces, and they're not that far away from Berlin. Yeah, it's an interesting situation. Also, I completely forgot about these units here. We can continue to move forward. Yeah, nobody here has stopped us, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's just go and take some territory. I almost want to... I mean, you got to defend it, but you don't have to defend it with this many troops. So what I think we're going to do is send these divisions over here. Just leave one division in each of these provinces and get them moving up to this territory here. And in fact, what we might want to do is completely change this up like so. And then just leave 3 divisions in this here. And then create like a new province here. And you just take, I guess you'd take all these guys. Create a new front here. Give them an order. And then, I guess you gotta protect all this here. And then just take one division. Like so. Have one in each of those. And I think that'll work out. And just see what happens here. We have allied troops here to help us protect some of this territory, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Maybe we should keep 2 guys here. But yeah, I have these 9 divisions, or 6 divisions? It's 6 divisions. Try and push forward here. We can also go here to try and cut some troops off, though they do have those forts. But yeah, we could try and take this province here. See if we can't maybe cut all these divisions off, perhaps. Well, it would also be helpful to come up here and try and get Cologne into our hands as well, and try and protect up along the river here. So yeah, we'll take advantage of the situation and try and push further into Germany and take some of their territory, and at least make them defend this. So they got to pull divisions off of somewhere, and maybe they'll pull them from here, because it does look like there's a lot less German divisions over here than there was. Alright, so things are kind of turning around, guys. We've got some divisions cut off over here, and we're making some progress here and even here. So, yeah, things are looking a little bit better. Hopefully. We'll see what happens there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the casualties here. So, we're now at 87,000. I think we almost doubled our casualties from the last episode. 72,000 against the Italians. Now, how have we done against them, though? 318,000 casualties. That's not a bad kill-death ratio. 72,000 losses for 318,000. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Against the Germans, we've lost 11.6 thousand, while we have killed 212,000. So that's absolutely fantastic. They're also 9% towards capitulation right now. Against the Portuguese, we've lost 3,000 while killing 19,000. Obviously not as good of a kill-death ratio there. And apparently we fought the Hungarians, too. They have killed 824 of ours, while we have killed 2.5 thousand of theirs. Alright, so things are kind of turning around here. We're still winning when it comes to the casualties. The Czechoslovakia is 15% towards capitulation here, while Spain is currently at 4% towards capitulation. Not as bad as I thought it would be. That's not too shabby. Looking at the casualties of our allies, Czechoslovakia has taken very high casualties, as has the Soviet Union, and Turkey has too. But overall, this is not too bad, guys. Despite the lack of progress in this episode, I feel like the situation is not too shabby, considering everything. And then also, we're getting the equipment situation slowly, very slowly dealt with, getting those shortages reduced so that our troops can perform better, and eventually, we'll finally be able to make some adjustments to our troops. To our designs, our division designs. So hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure you like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching.